Alright, let's get it, baby. What up, YouTube? Video number 5. I would say this is probably the most passion I put into a video. So if you click on the video, you already know what the fuck we doing. We invested $2 grand into Fidelity, right? I'm gonna give you all a quick little backstory real fast, and then we'll get into it. Okay? I'm a broke freshman in college. I have a job. I work 5 days a week, and I bust my ass, bro, and I don't get paid very good. So $2 grand to me is a lot of money. It's literally all the money I have. So at this today is what, the 2nd? Today's December 2nd at 9:49, and I have $86 in my bank account. So it's not like I just had this $2 grand sitting around. I was like, well, yeah, we'll invest it. Nah, dude, I worked for this shit, and $2 grand's a lot, bro. I could have bought like 4 surfboards with that money, but I chose to invest it. I've gotten really into investing past couple months. Actually, as soon as I got to college, I started caring about it. So set up a Robinhood account a couple months ago. It's down like $50, which is like almost like 25% of the account. Actually, I think it is 25% of the account. No. It's like 15% of the account, which is still pretty bad. So yeah, I decided I'd restart. So I saved up $2 grand. I'm just real fast, just real quick. My uncle kind of put me on these. My uncle, I'm not like saying, I don't know. He's not a financial advisor or anything like that. He made some money off his business. He doesn't really have to work anymore, so he literally just looks at stocks, look at charts, and texts ChatGPT about it all day long. So he's I would say he's very knowledgeable in this, and I trust the information he gave me, which is why I was almost so not lenient, but like why I'm so easy to just give $2 grand into almost you have to think of it like I'm throwing $2 grand away, because I won't touch this money for a very, very long time, which is fine. I'm fine with that, because I know the end result is going to be worth it. I know it's going to be worth it. Yeah, so we're buying 7, so I'm taking $2,000 and I'm spreading it across the... Sorry, I keep tweaking, bro. I don't know. This is like my 30th time making this video, but I'm not restarting. This is my last take. Okay, so y'all are gonna see everything. All right, no cuts. So I'm taking this $2,000 and I'm splitting it up between 7 ETFs. If you don't know what an ETF is, basically, instead of buying like a stock, like a share of Microsoft or a share of Starbucks or a share of Meta, I have an ETF that'll combine all of them, right? So you know what the S&P 500 is, you know what the NASDAQ is, S&P 500, top 500 companies in the U.S. The ETFs are the same kind of thing, but they're for all different types of branches, right? So like one of these, I'll get more in depth, is an AI ETF. So I think it's like the top 200 AI companies constantly so whoever's the top 200 AI companies, like say, like they can switch constantly, but I don't have to do anything. I literally buy the ETF, and then the ETF people take care of everything else. They're constantly switching out the companies and stuff. Now, a reason these ETFs are so good, too, these are high dividend paying. If you don't know what that is, search it up on ChatGPT. I'm just playing. High dividend means that either at the end of every month or the end of every quarter, depending on what ETF it is, I will get a small percentage back. Meaning they will pay me for simply owning the ETF. That's very, very key. So for the first couple years, I'm going to make maybe $1 a month off it, maybe 67 cents a month. The reason I said that is like there's a stock that I did the math. I'm gonna get like, I think the first month I'm gonna get like 67 cents out of it. Maybe it's the first year. It's very, very, very small, but the more money that I invest in these, which again, this is gonna be a very long-term investment, and this will be a recurring investment. You know, every time I get money, I'm gonna put it into Fidelity. Yeah. So that's the big thing about these, that they will pay you a dividend for just owning their stock, right? So the price changes different, but using that money, using those dividends, I'll just reinvest it. So let's get into it, right? So let me go to my Fidelity real fast. I'm just gonna show y'all straight up. $1,997.64. So it's actually gone down $2.36 from the time I bought it. I bought it a couple hours ago, or almost like 7 hours ago. It's down 12% on the day. I don't really care. It's not like a daily thing. I'm going to like buy and sell every day, so it doesn't matter, right? You don't lose until you sell. Think of it like that. So, enough with me talking. Time for me to show y'all what I bought. So, the first one I bought is DIVO. This is Amplified CWP Enhanced Dividend Income ETF. I spent $300 on this one. This is a monthly high dividend paying yield ETF, whatever it's called, right? So just to name some of the companies that are in this ETF, we have JP Morgan, Home Depot, Microsoft, United Health, Merrick, Costco, and Visa. So once again, instead of just buying a share of JP Morgan, I own JP Morgan, but I also own a Home Depot, but I also own Microsoft, but I also own Costco, but I also own Visa, all within one. Okay, that's just like a short way to explain it. The reason this one's good, it has lower volatility than the S&P 500. It beats the S&P 500 whenever it's uncertain or during a flat market, and then it also has massive monthly yields without junk companies, right? So without, I don't really know what that means, junk companies, I guess like shitty companies. Yeah, basically it's a steady paycheck. Cool. GPIQ is the second one. This is Goldman Sachs Market Beta Quality Dividend ETF. I spent $300 on this one as well. This is a monthly paying dividend, low risk level. It's stable, has income, and it has the fundamentals. I don't know, bro. ChatGPT literally just told me. I just read that straight off. Okay. Why it's a beast. Cool. Let's start with that. It's super diversified. Quality screens remove weak companies. Has a monthly dividend. It historically outperforms equal weight and high dividend ETFs. So, yeah, I don't know. And it's less volatile than the S&P 500. Those all sound pretty good to me. Number 3 is going to be VIG. This is Vanguard Dividend Appreciation ETF. Okay, this is a quarterly paying ETF. So that means at the end of every quarter, if you don't know what a quarter is, it's a quarter of a year, right? So what is that, 3 months? Yeah, so every 3 months it'll pay me back. What VIG actually does. So VIG only invests in companies that have 10 or more years of increasing dividends every single year. So that means every year, these companies, so all the companies that are part of this ETF, their dividends go up, which means they're paying you more. Tell me that doesn't sound like music to my ears, bro. ChatGPT is bugging on me. I just broke my phone, guys. I'm just kidding. It's been like that. Sorry if I keep tweaking, bro. My phone is really, really, really broken right. Ow. Okay, hold up. Sorry, guys. I'm telling you, I'm not cutting this video again. I've tried too many times. I'm starting to get fed up. So y'all are going to see the real deal right here, right? Okay. Shit, dude. Bro, I don't... I feel bad for my neighbors. Good thing my roommate's not here. Okay. Bro, what the fuck is going on? Sorry, my phone is tweaked right now, guys. I'm trying to... Okay, maybe later. Okay, cool. We're back. To list some of the companies that are part of VIG, Microsoft, Visa, Pepsi, Costco, and Johnson & Johnson. That's why I chose it. Anything that has Johnson in it, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, these are, you know what Microsoft is, you know what Visa is, you know what Pepsi is, you know what Costco is. You probably know what a Johnson is. Yeah, those are big companies. You know, these companies aren't going bankrupt anytime soon. They're not going out of business. It says it historically beats the S&P 500 on risk-adjusted returns. I don't really know what that means, but it kind of sounds important. And yeah, this is literally so instead of high yield, so instead of getting high dividends, it's dividend growth. So every year, it's going to be a very Sorry, dude. This is a shitty video, and I keep tweaking, bro. I've had a long day, but I'm not cutting it again. No cuts. This is all straight through. Okay. Fourth one is going to be CGDV, Capital Group Dividend Value ETF. Okay. I spent $400 on this one. Again, this is a quarterly paying dividend. Let's see what it actually does. Right. So it copies the Capital Group American Fund strategy. I don't know what that means, but it says it looks for high-quality dividend payers. That's a plus. It adds value stocks, which I guess is a plus. Adds selective growth stocks. I don't care. Adds mid-caps. I don't care. Uses active management. I don't care. Focuses on fundamentals, not hype. Now, that is very important right there. If this tech bubble explodes, this isn't going to be a part of it. So, again, some of these companies, Pepsi, JP Morgan, Costco, Microsoft, wow, it's almost like the exact same ones than the other ones, than the other ETFs. You notice these are most of the same companies because most of these companies are doing pretty freaking good, and they don't look like slowing down anytime soon, right? Pepsi, you think Pepsi's gonna go out of business ever and just quit selling soda? No, bro. How long's Coke been around for? How long's Pepsi been around for? How long's Microsoft been around for? How long has JP Morgan been around for, bro? These companies aren't going anywhere anytime soon. That's something you got to get in your head, is like, these are long-term investments that I can see owning for a long time, right? Now, this says why CGDV is a secret weapon. Let's see. It beats the S&P in down/sideways markets, right? So basically, if the market's flipped and everything's going down, you know it's not CGDV. Now, it could be, but it's not going down more than the S&P 500. So the reason I keep saying S&P 500, if you don't know anything about stocks, literally the S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in the U.S. and it's like it's basically whenever anybody tries to create some kind of portfolio, you're trying to beat the S&P 500, which I think it's like a 10 to 12% increase a year. I think, don't mark me on like that, but that's basically what the goal is for this. If you're able to beat the S&P 500, then you're doing pretty freaking good, right? Fifth one is QTUM. So here we get into the AI stuff now, right? So this Defiance Quantum and Machine Learning ETF. So I spent $200 on this one. Category. What is this basically? It's future tech, AI, and robots. Robots, what? That's pretty freaking cool, dude. Buying robots. All right, cool. This is also going to give me a dividend. This is a... it doesn't say. I think it's quarterly, though. So, quantum, invest, and just get more in-depth. AI, machine learning, cloud computing, blockchain tech, robotics, quantum computing. Some of their companies that they have right now are NVIDIA, ASML, I don't know what that is, Amazon, Microsoft, and Taiwan Semiconductor. I don't know, but it sounds pretty freaking important to me. I'm just kidding. But, yeah, NVIDIA, Amazon, Microsoft, those are pretty big tech companies, right? So... this says why quantum is a growth monster. So I'm just gonna read this to y'all. Yeah, none of that shit matters. I'm not reading that. Okay. And then once again, it says quantum gives your portfolio the upside needed to beat the S&P in the long term, which is pretty good, right? Sixth one I bought is THNQ. This is also AI robot stuff. So this is THNQ is Robo Global Artificial Intelligence ETF. So, category, straight AI innovation. So, if there's companies that are building AI, if there's companies that are producing AI, anything AI, this is going to have it, right? So, this includes AI infrastructure, data centers, natural language processing. That's going to be a big one, dude. Language processing, like, you've seen all these AI receptionists. None of them speak Spanish yet. That's a big one. I can see that booming pretty soon. AI chips, what is that? NVIDIA's all over that, right? And then, yeah, so some of the holdings are NVIDIA, CrowdStrike, ServiceNow, Planeteer. If y'all don't know Planeteer, that's pretty good. Snowflake and MongoDB. The only ones I know are NVIDIA and Planeteer. But Snowflake sounds like a pretty cool company, so I don't have a problem investing in that. Yeah, let's see. So some of the risk on this, it's a higher risk, it's higher volatility, right? Because the tech bubble could definitely be a thing. So if tech bubble bursts, this ETF is fucked. But I really can't. I don't know. I'm a really big AI guy, and I can't see it not being part of the future. Right? All these people saying there's a tech bubble, I think they're idiots. But what do I know? Right? Okay, cool. Now, those are all my monthly paying or quarterly. Those are all my dividend paying stocks. Right? Now, for my seventh one. It's called Fidelity. It's called FBTC. That stands for Fidelity Bitcoin ETF. So basically, long story short, this ETF simply tracks the Bitcoin. That means no wallets, no crypto exchanges. I literally press buy, and as Bitcoin goes up, my ETF follows. Cool? Literally buy, hold, watch it grow. That's kind of the thing with all these. Like all these ETFs I'm gonna have for a pretty long time because I don't see, once again, I don't see them losing any value and dropping and having me to like causing me to sell, right? Because they're most of these are like very high companies, like companies that are doing pretty well, and if they're not doing well, they get dropped from the ETF and another one replaces it, and I don't have to do anything. I literally just own it, right? Yeah, that's really it, guys. I have income, stability, quality, growth, AI, and crypto all invested within $2,000. Yeah, that's really it. I'm gonna keep scrolling, see if I have any other kind of information here. I think I explained it pretty much. Yeah, if y'all want. Oh, here. I'll show y'all. I'll just real fast. I had ChatGPT make some math for me, so kind of using the $2,000 and like it knows how much it. I gave it all the info, right? So it knows exactly what I did. Using that, it made some estimates of what what money I'm gonna make off these dividends this year. So for DIVO, I invested $300 into that one. That dividend is 4.5%, right? So that's gonna be $13.50 this year. It says per year. But next year I'm gonna have more money invested in it, so it's gonna be more than that, right? And that's gonna continuously happen. You'll see what the path is here. The more I invest, the more my dividends go up, the more my cha-ching. Cool. That averages to about $1.12 a month. GPIQ, $10.50 a year, about 87 cents a month. VIG is $8 a year, about 67 cents a month. CGDV, I've invested $400 in that one as well. That one is going to be $12 a year, which is about, a dollar a month. And that's really what we're looking at. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So those are 4 monthly paying dividends. The average out to about $4 a month. At the end, that's going to be like, what? $48, $36, I don't know, guys. My brain's fried. I've spent a long day, but I figured I'd come on here and bro, just show y'all what I'm doing. If you have questions, I don't know, I can go and I could go in the comments and literally type out everything that I invested. Yeah, if you have questions, just leave a comment, DM me, follow me on Instagram. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch this shit back and hopefully post it. We'll see. Peace, boys.